a constant theme here at the Bethlehem House of Art Gallery. Like this wonderful table right here, built out of a foundry mold, and a lot of the other tables built out of a foundry mold from the old Bethlehem steel, here in a room filled with circles and wheels, the theme of my readings. I will accept any applause at the end of all of the readings. From the wheel. It needs a more refined perception to recognize throughout this stupendous wealth of varying shapes and forms the principle of stability. Yet this principle dominates. It dominates by means of an ever-recurring cycle, repeating itself silently and ceaselessly. This cycle is constituted of the successes and repeated processes of birth, growth, maturity, death, and decay. An Eastern religion calls this cycle the wheel of life, and no better name could be given to it. The revolutions of this wheel never falter and are perfect. Death supersedes life, and life rises again from what is dead and decayed. Sir Albert Howard. The wheel turns true. Rise to fall, birth from decay. This is the enduring circle of life, the ever-turning wheel that never stops. Constantly moving, never yielding, an omnipresent strength made visible through the rising, shining, setting sun, the turning of the seasons, the cycles of the moon. Seeds of life blossoming into new saplings where once a dying tree stood. The fertile egg to fragile infant, the growing child becomes the thriving adult, eventually falling back to the fragile dependency of old age before taking the final resting place in the bosom of Mother Earth. The tick-tick-ticking of the clock turns the wheel, keeping time as a universal rhythm of life beats to its own drum, providing the pulse of the natural world. Slow and steady are the movements plodding through the seasons of our lives. The circle of life runs through everything from the mundane to the remarkable, even as we barely notice. A young boy shimmies up the branches of his grandmother's maple tree as his father stands below watchfully while Granny observes her legacy. From the back porch rocking chair that Pop-Pop made from the grand old maple he cut down a lifetime ago, long before he died. The dream becomes the vision, the old becomes the new, the dead become the living as the wheel turns true. Change. Every morning the world bears witness to a miraculous transformation from darkness to light. Under the cover of night, the excited chatter of bird songs announces the arrival of a new dawning day. Slowly, a commingling of darkness and light exposes the outlines of a world seeping through a soft blanket of gray, just as twinkling stars give their last farewell winks before finally fading away. A beautiful palette of reds, yellows, greens, and blues bursts forth with a broad expanse of strokes of the rising ball of blazing fire. The brightness of life bursts through lazy, misty hues as a radiance of the sun bursts off the haze of the morning dew, and the portrait of the sky turns to various shades of blue. The warmth of the sun mixes with the cool morning air, exposing an extravaganza of rousing activity, busily anticipating the promise of a new day. This ever-occurring display of natural perfection is unlike the quick changes of human emotions, current events, or even the occasional chaotic changes of natural fury. With clockwork precision, day after day, we are witnesses to the natural rhythm of life, demonstrating this lesson of our world. In proper time, change will come, as it should, when it should. I'll accept it anything you want. And finally, From the Wheel by Wendell Berry, song number 4. Within the circles of our lives, we dance the circles of the years, the circles of the seasons within the circles of the years, the cycles of the moon within the circles of the seasons, the circles of our reasons within the cycles of the moon. Again, we come and go, changing. Hands join, unjoined in love and fear, grief and joy. The circles turn, each giving into all. Only music keeps us here, each by all the others held. In the hold of hands and eyes we turn in pairs, that joining each to all again. And then we turn aside, alone, out of the sunlight gone, into the darker circles of return. Thank you.